Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Saban, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a hell of a show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, today we got a show that's going to surprise a lot of you guys. Certainly surprised me. So what happened? Yesterday, there was a game in the association between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets. Now, what's interesting is while that game was taking place, the Clippers are also playing against the Hornets, and both of those games were basically occurring at the same time. So I was kind of following the score of the Lakers game. It looked like it was out of hand, like meaning the Lakers were winning the game. So I'm like, well, there's no real need to tune in. But something told me to tune in. So I tuned in that third quarter. And I saw, was it late third, maybe late third, early fourth quarter, something like that. And I saw that LeBron was red hot. And it was, I think the commentator said at that time he had hit like 7 threes. I was like, damn, he's red hot. Then as I'm watching the game, I see him basically, dribble towards the left side of the court, heading towards the baseline. And he basically just like falling out of bounds, 3-point shot, fading out of bounds, and he hit the shot, and I was like, damn, son is in fuego right now. And then a few seconds later, the very next play on the opposite side of the court, he comes up and he goes into a dribble move and he hits this step back three, almost looking like he was going out of bounds. And I was like, God damn, I almost posted about it actually on the channel, but I was like, there's no real need, but it was a hell of a performance. And he finished that game with 40 points on 76.5% shooting, because he only missed 4 shots, 90% from the three, 83% from the free throw line, while still getting you 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 turnovers. So it was a special game. And I knew, just based on how social media and the internet works and news media works, I knew that this was going to be one of the big stories today. So what happened? Undisputed releases a segment, and it's the first segment. And they're talking about the Lakers. And on the panel, you had Keyshawn, Paul Pierce, and Skip Bayless. Now, if you guys know, Paul Pierce recently came out and said if LeBron wins his fifth championship, then he should be considered the greatest player of all time. So when Keyshawn was talking, Keyshawn was just basically saying, listen, we've never seen anybody look this good at 39. And he looked even better than Michael Jordan. And to my surprise, Skip Bayless, who is a huge Michael Jordan supporter, actually was agreeing with Keyshawn on live TV, like actually agreeing with him. But before we even get into what Skip said, this video is brought to you by our sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is really simple. Instead of just selecting a team, you just select 2 or more players, pick more or less their projected stats, and then you place your entry. For example, this week, I'm selecting 2 entries. Stephen Curry for more than 25 points, and then I got Anthony Davis for more than 2 blocks, and Damian Lillard for more than 4 3-pointers made. PrizePicks is also the only daily sports platform with an injury insurance policy. So for example, if you have a player who gets injured in the first half and doesn't return to the second half, that player gets automatically rebooted. What I also love about PrizePicks is that it offers weekly promotions like Taco Tuesdays. Each Tuesday, PrizePicks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. That's go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. And once again, once you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is want to play Skip Bayless publicly admitting, to my surprise, that he believes LeBron James is a better player at 39 than he does Michael Jordan. Take a listen to Skip Bayless here.
Yeah, it's extremely impressive. Paul talked about all the statistics and all the different things that he's been able to accomplish since the All-Star break. But you think about it, Skip, there's only 2 guys in the history of the NBA, 39 plus years old, to be able to do what he did last night. One is Michael Jordan and LeBron James.
Yeah, but Michael wasn't even in the same.
I was gonna say
with this.
I was gonna say that 40-year-old, 39-year-old Michael Jordan. That was just like, I don't know what it was, This LeBron looks like he can play another 5 years, 6 years, and doing the same thing.
Agreed.
So when you start to look at that, you like, things are getting better as you get older.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like,
to your point, Michael at 39 or over had 3 40-plus point games.
yeah.
Now LeBron
but it was
has 2.
almost like those 40-point-plus games was like, we're watching you because you Michael Jordan, so we're going to let you go to the cup. He wasn't hitting 9 or 10 threes.
No.
And doing step backs in the corner and
He was not.
knocking them down.
I'm
not taking anything away from Michael.
No.
I'm just saying at 39 years old, it's impressive.
You are correct. So then he goes to the bench. He gets a standing ovation, which was something for the Nets fans. It was almost like Madison Square Garden where they don't have their own. So when somebody great comes to visit, they have to sort of appreciate the greatness of the visiting star, right? Because they don't have their own. And so they give him a big standing ovation. But then he goes to the bench and he crowns himself. And I'm like, come on, LeBron, it's Brooklyn. That they are.
I knew that would bother you.
29 and 46. 29 and 46.
As soon as I saw him do that, I said, Skip will have a real problem with that.
Well, who shouldn't? I mean, seriously, did you ever see Michael Jordan crown himself? Did he ever crown himself?
But he
Who
wasn't
needs
called
to
the-
crown
but he wasn't
yourself?
called the king.
Well, why don't you just let people crown you? You don't have to crown yourself.
I get it.
Right?
I mean, I get
Come on.
it.
Yeah, you
I mean,
do.
I
You
get
know
it.
I'm right about this.
I didn't say you was
All right.
wrong.
Okay, thank you.
I didn't say you was wrong. I didn't say you was right either.
So if Ben Simmons had been healthy this year, that's a matchup for LeBron because Ben Simmons is like 6'10", and he's long and he's agile, and that would have been you do that kind of work against Ben Simmons, you've got something to talk about. But they don't have anybody who can guard him, so he went off. And Keyshawn, I thought of you last night because my first thought was, man, I want to see this in the postseason. I just do. I want to see it in fourth quarter. I want to see a fourth quarter like that against Denver. Because I had to sit through, I picked him to beat Denver last year.
But he wasn't doing this, Skip, last year at this time of the season. He wasn't doing what he's been doing for the Lakers. He just wasn't.
So you heard what Skip Bayless had to say. First of all, I want to react to what LeBron did before I react to Skip himself. I was watching it yesterday, and I have to be honest with you guys. You guys know I'm not a LeBron fan in any stretch of the imagination, by any stretch of the imagination, but what he did yesterday was truly incredible. For what he did, right? Regardless of the GOAT debate and all of that stuff, you know, there were guys yesterday that scored over 40. Luka Doncic scored 47. Paul George scored 41. LeBron scored 41. So if we're just looking at it from a performance standpoint, from a player, it's incredible regardless. But the fact that he's older, it was truly remarkable. And what else was remarkable was the following. The fact that he was doing something that he customarily doesn't do, which is he was hitting a lot of threes. As a matter of fact, when he hit 9 threes, I thought he was going to break Kobe's 12-point, when Kobe hit 12 threes. And I thought he was going to break that record, although it was already broken by, I think J.R. Smith tied it, and I think Klay Thompson broke it. I could be wrong. So from LeBron's standpoint, from an individual game, it was absolutely impressive. Now, people that say, hey, listen, it was against the Brooklyn Nets. There weren't really anyone to defend him. I get that. But still, the performance was the performance. It was incredible. Now, in terms of Skip saying what he said, it surprises me because Skip has always been one of these people like Jordan. But I guess as he's getting older, he started to give LeBron James his flowers. But if you listened towards the end, he also stood his ground. He's like, well, yeah, it was against the Nets, though, right? So Skip ain't going to give it up to LeBron 100%, right? That's just going to be Skip. He's not going to give it up to LeBron 100%. But to hear him say that about his guy, Jordan, to basically say, listen, you know, this is more impressive than anything Jordan was doing at that age. It was surprising to hear it come from Skip. If it was somebody else, I don't think it would be such a big surprise. But to hear it come from Skip Bayless's mouth to say, listen, even Jordan couldn't do this, I think that was truly, noteworthy. So for those of you guys, I want to know what you guys think about this. Were you surprised to hear Skip Bayless admit that? Or do you think that, listen, Skip had nowhere to run if he did admit it, like he would look pretty bad? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.